Can we tell it? That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. I'm Maisha.
And I'm William.
You don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Who's booking your YOLO vacation?
Call Nicole, your land and cruise expert. Remember, the internet's for looking, but Nicole is for booking.
Hi, we're here at Maisha's Kids Corner, and we have more special guests with us. We have Darius. You can introduce yourself. I see it coming out.
I'm Darius Walters. I'm 16. I go to Catonsville High School.
Thank you, Darius.
I play the viola.
Oh, you play the viola. Thank you so much. And we have Zion.
I go to Thomas Jefferson and I'm 11 years old and I play the cello.
Okay, so we're going to hear some great music from you both. And tell me what sparked your interest in the viola.
Well, when I was in 5th grade, we started playing instruments. And in 4th grade, we learned about instruments, like all types of instruments. Okay. And when I heard about the viola, I was like, that's really interesting. It's different. I just wanted to try something different. I just really liked it.
So you didn't go with the violin. Mm-hmm. And when you look at the orchestra, which you play in the orchestra, right? They have different sections. And it seems like the violinists are the largest. Mm-hmm. And then the violas, and then the cellos and the bass, and it dwindles down.
Kind of. I'd say the violins and cellos are the biggest groups.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you chose the viola.
Yeah, it's a smaller group.
So is the viola a violin which has a different tone?
Kind of. It's built the same way, but there's different tones.
Is it bigger?
Much bigger.
Okay.
Not a lot bigger, but just
it's bigger. Okay. And Mr. Zion, tell us some special things that you like to do in your spare time.
Aside from cello, I actually act, which I'm going to pursue as a career. I like to play sports such as basketball and football, which I did play last season, football.
You're on the football team?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Wide receiver.
Wow.
And the offensive line.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious? I had no idea. Okay. And you make very good grades.
Yeah.
And you make very good grades. We have to give it up for our excellent students. That's so commendable. I love it, So, okay, we want to stay around. You don't want to miss these performances, and we'll be back.
Make the most of those long summer days. Wake up ready for more fun in the sun after a restoring night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress. And with Beauty Rest Endless Summer Savings, there's no better time to buy than now.
Beauty Rest Silver. Sophisticated design paired with intuitive technology that will leave you refreshed, restored, and ready for the day.
Visit the owner-operated Sleeptime Bedding and Mattress Showroom, where you will get personal attention.
At Liberty Animal Clinic, they know that your pet is a member of the family and you want to make sure they are healthy and receive excellent care. Their top veterinarians and staff will treat them like family and give the best care, medical treatment, and attention you can get anywhere. Liberty Animal Clinic provides these excellent services and they are open 6 days a week, including giving them a complete physical, and office hours are by appointment, so please call. Let your extended family
Join our family!
For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It, and I have a guest, a special, wonderful young lady as my guest, Victoria. We spoke with your mother on another show, and some of the things she had told us about the situation with the school you were attending, Carver.
Yes.
Was kind of disturbing, but we don't want to pass judgment until we hear everybody's side. So we heard the mom's side. We want to hear what happened with you. And then, of course, we've invited the people that an authority from the school to come on and to tell us their version as well. But let's start with you. From the beginning, tell us the story.
This is the first day that we had snow, so we had half a day off.
Is it snow?
Yes,
Okay.
snow day, half a day off. We were in the cafeteria that day. Since the school day was cut short, second and third lunch were combined. But it was still the time of second lunch. I usually had third lunch on that day. So I wasn't at my usual time. I didn't have my usual people that are in there. So I went to that lunch period. And since there was a whole bunch of people combined, I just sat where I saw familiar faces. So I sat with my friends that I saw, and it was one long table, and along with my friends, there were also other people at the table. I was in a line getting my lunch, and from what I didn't know at the time was my friend Leilani, who was sitting at the table. She had asked a girl to use her chapstick, and she said, sure, it's in my purse. So my friend goes into her purse, and I guess she pulls out her keychain, and on the keychain is a little pink tube with what she thought was spray hand sanitizer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then as she was spraying it and playing with it, I came down to the table, and the girl who it belonged to, she was almost playful, like, oh, give it back. So I thought, and this was a girl that we had known. We went to middle school with her, to high school with her. This wasn't a stranger. This is someone that we knew, someone we were friends with.
Okay, let me stop you for a second. Now you said that the spray was in the hands of someone else first.
Yes.
And did they spray it?
Yes.
So they were the first one to use the mace?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Before she had sprayed it, I was approaching the table, and they were playing this kind of cat and dog, hey, give it back type of thing.
Okay.
I don't think that my friend realized at the time what it was.
Did you realize what it was?
No, I just assumed, it was a keychain. I assumed it must have been like a spray perfume, spray hand sanitizer, or something of that.
So then you
nature.
sprayed it.
Yes. She was pretending like she wasn't going to give it back, so I took it from her, and then we were playing because I also knew this girl, and then I had sprayed it low to the ground, and then once I had sprayed it, I guess the combination of both sprays, I had started coughing at first, and then other people around me started coughing. I had got up and ran away, and other people had walked away. It was not at all a malicious act.
Right. Let me ask you a question. The girl who sprayed it first, did she get into any trouble?
Yes, she did. She tried to actually warn me, but because she had sprayed it, and literally right as she sprayed it is when I had grabbed it from her, and I think she realized what it is before I realized what it is, and she had tried to stop me, but as she was telling me to stop, I was already in the middle of spraying it, so there was nothing really she could do.
So was she the same girl who brought the spray there?
No, that was a different girl.
Okay, so we got the person who brought the spray, another person sprayed it first,
yes,
and you sprayed it second. So did all three of you get suspended?
Yes, but different punishments, different degrees of punishment.
Okay, so what degree of punishment did the other two get?
Well, me and the other girl who had sprayed it, our punishment, well, first we were suspended for over a month of school. We stayed home. We tried to get schoolwork from the school. We got schoolwork for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then that was that. And we didn't really hear much else from the school. We were just waiting for our Board of Education meeting to see whether we would go get sent to alternative school or come right back to Carver. So this had to have been about a little over a month before we actually were seen in the meeting.
Okay, so what happened between the three? I mean, what was each punishment, if you can remember it or not?
The two of our punishments, after we were suspended for the month, we got sent to Catonsville Alternative School.
So two of you went to Catonsville?
Yes,
okay.
for 6 months,
And
third and fourth quarter.
That's you and the other girl who actually sprayed it?
Yes.
Okay.
And the girl who did not spray it, but brought it to the school, she was suspended for one quarter, the third quarter, and returned back to Carver
Okay.
for the fourth.
The second girl, the first girl who sprayed it, was she allowed to come back?
No, she was not.
So you and her were not allowed to come back?
We were not allowed to.
Because you actually sprayed it?
Yes.
And the one who brought the spray was allowed to come back?
Yes, but the clarification that we received, we weren't allowed to come back not because we sprayed it, but because we broke student contract.
So the one who brought the mace there, was that also a breach of the contract?
Yes, it was. Everybody who gets suspended breaks student contract.
So the key was they suspended you because you broke the contracts.
Yes.
But each one of you got different degrees of punishment.
Yes.
But their reasoning for you not coming back was that you broke the contract.
Yes. My principal from Carver wrote that in a letter, and then I also saw her the first week of school because I had to get registration transfer papers.
To go to Catonsville.
Yes, and I spoke to her personally, and she told me that the only reason she didn't allow us back was because we breached contract.
Okay. So it wasn't about the spray.
It wasn't about the spray.
It was about the breach of contract.
Yes.
That's what she told you. And one person was able to come back who breached the contract, and two of you were not able to come back who breached. Now, all three, on my understanding, was all three of you were black?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So one was allowed to come back, and you and the other person that sprayed was not allowed to come back.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Did the other lady have any contact or connections with the Board of Education or the school board?
Yes, actually, her mother.
No, I'm not talking about the one who was allowed to come back. I'm talking about the one who was not
allowed to come back. No, she didn't have any connections to anybody in the board or in the school education.
Okay. So, when you went to Catonsville Alternative School, and the other girl also went to Catonsville Alternative School,
yes.
Correct? That's a school for people who actually committed crimes.
Yes, or students that broke student contract. Yes.
Oh, so they don't necessarily have to have committed crimes that went to that school, just broke contracts.
Yes, depending on whether or not you were found guilty at your meeting.
Okay.
For breaking the contract.
Okay. How did you feel going to Catonsville Alternative School?
At first, it was a nightmare.
Scary, I'm sure.
Yes, it was, because we were told that we had to spend the rest of the school year there, and it was our junior year, so, you know, the most important year for college. So it was scary. I didn't know how I was going to deal with that, and I personally didn't feel like I belonged there, because I know I'm not a malicious person, and I would never do anything to harm another person, so I didn't feel that
Let me ask you a question. Have you gotten in trouble at the Carver School other than that situation?
No, that would be the first incident.
And how long were you going to Carver?
Since my freshman year up until my junior year. I'm now a senior.
Never a situation or issue?
No.
Until
never.
that one issue?
That was the first.
Okay. And I'm sure you was like scared going to Catonsville only because of the type of school it was, but I understand you had a good reputation there.
Yes.
Very well.
Yes, I actually ended up doing really well there. The staff was extremely supportive. They were all about rehabilitation and teaching you, you know, you are not your mistake and you will move forward as long as you keep progressing and growing and changing as a person, which the staff there definitely helped with all of that.
But you really want to get back to Carver?
I would love to get back to Carver.
Because that's where you started and that's where you went to graduate from.
Yes, that's where I went.
And you did appeal to, I understand you appealed to the principal that you would like to come back.
Yes.
And you wrote her a personal letter.
Yes, I wrote her an email. This past May.
This past May. Okay, when we come back from commercial break, I want you to read that letter.
Okay.
And then tell me how you feel as far as not being a part of that Carver and how you feel about the situation there.
Okay.
All right, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you're having a tough time selling your home or leasing your property, call Kemp & Associates Real Estate and Property Management, the real estate specialists. Kemp & Associates specialize in residential, commercial sales, and lease and property management. They have expert comprehension services for investors, property owners, first-time home buyers, landlords, and tenants. Call today to buy or list your property and see how fast it goes.
Kemp & Associates, your real estate specialist. Don't make a move without us.
Okay, we're back here with Victoria, very nice young lady. Show me that smile again, Victoria. That's such a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
And you speak well. You need to do television.
Oh, thank you. I hope to. I plan to be a professional actress and dancer.
Is that right?
Yes.
I might have some contact numbers for you.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. In fact, I wrote a screenplay that you might just fit one of those roles.
Really?
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay. So, we ended up with you appealing to the principal.
Yes.
After they denied you to be able to come back to Carver School.
Yes.
And I want you to share that letter that you sent to her.
Okay.
And why you first tell me why you felt that you needed to send her a letter.
I felt that, well, she was planned to meet with us that summer for a meeting anyway, but I didn't want to go into that meeting with her just viewing me as a piece of paper and what I've done. I wanted her to see that I'm a person. I wanted her to see that I hurt and that I understand my mistakes and I've learned from it and I've grown from it. I wanted her to see that firsthand from me before we had a meeting.
And as well as the fact that you had not been in trouble before.
Yes.
And that this is something that really means a lot to you.
It does.
And she never even responded prior to you going back to that Catonsville.
No. And this is before we received the letter that we would be withdrawn from Carver.
Okay. Share the letter with us.
I sent this May 28th, 2018. I said, "Good evening, Miss Steele. This is Victoria Burlack. I would first like to apologize for sending this email so late in the school year. I intended on writing an email in the third quarter, but I wanted to make sure I was able to fully reflect on the school year and my personal growth. The day that I sprayed the mace, I wasn't thinking, and so I made a stupid mistake. While I've been at Catonsville Alternative, I've had a lot of time to reflect on my decisions and mistakes. Before I came to alternative school, I made a lot of careless mistakes. Everything was about being silly and not taking anything seriously. That attitude caused me to have bad grades and make bad decisions without really thinking about what I was doing or the consequences of those decisions. I didn't realize that part of myself needed changing. I thought that was just who I was. In the beginning of the third quarter at Catonsville Alternative, I was angry. I was angry at myself for making that mistake, and it felt like the school that had felt like home, the school that I loved more than anything, threw me away. After realizing that I got myself into this, I decided that I needed to change. I started with my attitude. I stopped acting silly at the wrong times and stopped doing things for a laugh. I even started taking my schoolwork more seriously, maintaining a 4.0 at Catonsville Alternative 3rd and 4th quarter. Being a part of the student government at Catonsville Alternative taught me that I can be a positive role model in a school setting. I learned that I don't have to be silly or be a constant source of laughter to stand out. I will stand out by being my best self and taking school seriously. I established positive relationships with all of my teachers and the staff members. They helped me realize that I can always turn my life around as long as I'm willing to work on myself. They played a big part of my personal growth during these last 2 quarters. So thank you for being strict with my consequence. I wouldn't have changed without it. I now realize that you did that because you care about Carver and all the students. Although Catonsville Alternative was a positive experience and helped me to grow, I feel that I'm ready to come back to Carver in the fall. Carver has been my dream school since 6th grade and has been the one place that has always encouraged me to be myself. Carver is my home. I've never met such amazing and unique people like the people in our Carver community. After being at Catonsville Alternative, I realized that not everyone goes to a school that they love. Not everyone gets to wake up and feel like they're going to a safe place where the staff cares and pushes you to succeed in life. I'm so sorry that I took that for granted. I promise if you allowed me to come back to Carver for my senior year, I will walk through those doors as a new person and a positive role model that I always aspired to be. Thank you so much for your time. Victoria Burlack.
Okay. I can see that came from your heart and that you have grown.
Yes.
Not only that, you followed and did everything that they required you to do in order to get back to Carver,
Yes.
correct?
That was the impression we were under. As long as we did well, we'd more than likely be able to come back.
So after you did well at Catonsville, the Catons Alternative School, did everything that was required of you, they still denied you re-entry to the school.
Yes. It felt like no matter what we did, we were still being punished.
Do you feel like that decision was already made before they even sent you to Catonsville?
Definitely. I feel they had their mind made the day they called us down to the office.
Okay. But you still, from your letter, it like you still seem like you do not have any animosity towards the people who sent you. Like you understood why they sent you. You've grown, and if it was me, I'd be seriously upset. That they sent me to a school that I don't believe I should have gone to, especially when I've been an exemplary student for that length of time.
And I was upset at first until I realized the reason I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that there were things that I needed to grow on and I need to work on and grow and mature and change, and I felt like I did that there. So once I understood that and I changed my mindset, I was able to understand why she made that decision. But I don't understand why we weren't allowed back. Had we not grown and done well, then maybe I would understand. But I feel like I did everything I could have possibly done to get back into Carver.
So it's almost like a story whereas they did a good thing by sending you because that's something that you really needed to go to and to grow.
Yes.
And after they did the good thing, they went to make it sour.
Yes.
They went back to the sour part of it because after you've done that, and I'm sure they probably haven't even read the letter.
She didn't respond, so
she didn't respond.
Sure, she read it.
Okay, what I would do, I would email her again and ask her, did you receive my letter? And if you received it, how did you feel about what I said? Email her back and let me know what she says if she responds or doesn't respond to that.
Okay.
Email her back, and I understand that this is something that you want to be a part of, but what if you're not able to go back? What if no matter what, you're not able to go back? Is this going to deter you from your dream?
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
If anything, this experience has taught me to always push through and work harder whenever something knocks you down. It's usually to help build
Get
you
right back up. I see that in you, too. I see that nothing's going to make you turn around.
You will not.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? I saw the videotape of you performing, and I saw the interview you did with Maisha. You're awesome.
Thank you.
You're awesome with such a nice personality. I don't understand why. If they had any sense, they would let you come back because you can be a role model for that school. Say, look, she came from Carver, and now she's on Broadway, and she's doing this. They're gonna miss out on that because you're gonna go far. I already just marked this. What's today? Today is the January 22nd.
Yes.
Mark this day. I'm saying you're going far and you're going to make it and you're going to be a star because, first of all, you got the right attitude. You're humble, you're understanding, and you can grow and you know how to grow. And you take the wisdom from people who are trying to help you. And you take criticism and you take directions. Some people would have said, I don't care what they said. They would have different attitude. You have a beautiful attitude.
Thank you.
And that letter, man, was awesome. And it was such class because you didn't knock them down. You built them up in that letter. You didn't say how bad they were. You made them feel like they were doing a good thing for you. That was a seriously good letter. And if she doesn't read that letter, respond to it like, please let me know. Because I'm gonna contact them anyway because I want to hear what they have to say. But I'm gonna ask her myself, did you read that letter? Did she build you up? And what are you doing? But no matter what we're gonna do? We're going to keep it rolling.
Forward.
Keep going. And ain't nothing going to stop you. Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah, if you try to do anything different, or make anything try to stop you, I'm coming after you myself. You feel me?
Yes.
And you don't want that. All right? Because as you grow, look, when you get big and all that, don't forget, you was on this show, right? Don't forget me.
I won't. I will not forget you.
Don't forget me because I'm going to be able to say, oh, she was on my show. I know her. Right?
Right.
Appreciate you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Would you like to make $300 to over $3,000 a week on your own time? Then call Odyssey Production and join their marketing team by selling TV advertisements. And you can get paid each day. For more information, go to the employment section on our website or call 443-394-7333.
Okay, another show.
Another great show.
Another great show.
How exciting.
Exciting with exciting guests.
Yes, and the talent. I love it. Local, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who knew?
Who knew? Well, we knew. That's why we had him come on.
Yes, we're sharing it with the world.
Sharing it with the world.
Absolutely.
So, when God gives you another day, that's another opportunity to do the right thing, so do not blow that opportunity.
Be blessed.
Put God first because through Him all things are possible. See you next week.